Hi. What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. It is so hot today. It is incredibly insane. I want to show you guys my eye makeup. So, I've been doing like more eye makeup lately, but I just want to you can't really see the detail as well on a live video as you can pardon me, on recorded sessions. But I have like, all right, so it's brown here, and in the inner corner crease is a darker brown, so that way it can more pop. But here's a neutral brown on these two sides, and then I have a green base, and then on top of that I have a more lime green to make it more three-dimensional, and then right there I have a green liner, and then I have a green liner underneath here to make it more like again to make it more pop. So yeah, that's this, and that's this. It is for okay. What does it say? Okay, so it's 4:58. Thursday, July 13th. La 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 la. So la 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 blah 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 blah. Okay, so okay, well now it's 4:58. But anyway, I just wanted to show guys me. So I've been wearing this all day. I gotta shout out that O/S makeup product because it really maintained my makeup throughout the day. It's like 90 something, 94 degrees, 93, 94 degrees, and my AC died in my car from like nothing of my doing, of course, mind you, but it's a lot of the Hondas have some type of pardon me, hold on. Hondas right now are having like some type of problem from like 2016 to up with their AC. Supposedly that's what they told me. So I'm going in tomorrow to get it fixed. But in the meantime, yeah, I was just sweating my butt off like nobody's business. But yeah, I'm so happy of this. I really like this makeup look. It's so pretty. I would definitely want to recreate it. I know some people will and not give me credit, but yeah, I was inspired by like this one like lavender makeup look because this lady had like lavender. No, she had purple eyelashes, and I like the effect of it with like a little bit of hints of like lavender in it. So I was like, let me try to do something, and so I came up with it. It's cute. Yay. Um. Oh. Also, here's my outfit. Hold on. Ooh, hi. Hi, Sebastian. Okay, so this is my outfit. It's cute. I know it's nice. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's cute. I'm wearing it with my sneakers. So it's just like. So yeah, that's me. So yeah, I'm so happy. Um, but the way this looked, it's appropriate enough for this weather. It's really nice. It's really sexy. I love it so much, especially with the danglies. Like I'm making it. Yeah. And I know some people are really mad because you're like, yo, like you look super pretty today. Like, why don't you go outside? It is first off, it is super hot. I cannot stand it. I do not want to be out there. And secondly, I have like things to do here. So pardon me, I needed to get that out the way, handle some things so that way tomorrow when I'm running my errands and do all of that, I don't have to worry about anything else. Just focus on that. Yeah. So while I was away, only for a day, like less than a day, of course the hounds were calling. Yesterday I had showed you guys a video of the interaction between me and a father, a relative that I no longer speak with. I had to cut off because they it's for multiple reasons. If you watch the video, it's for It for multiple reasons. If you watch the video, first it's the part where they asked me to go sign a car, and then they faulted on the car, and and then they called me out my name, and I was like, you know what, just don't talk to me for a while. And while that happened, they trashed my name behind my back and made me seem like the bad guy. Oh my god, yo, we just watched the video because I don't want to relive the moment, especially with the part of my voice. It was just like, and it shows the link to the you can see the link to that video on my YouTube because yeah, after that I really had to go because it was just it brought up some things. Oh my goodness, just thinking about it right now makes me like it's getting my feelings where I feel like a little sleepy now, but it's just like unprovoked. This is so stupid. Um, but yeah. So hi, my name is Shalise. I am on the watch list and am a victim of the Patriot Act unjustly. I've had people in my circle for the fun of it and because of competition and also for exploitation and opportunistic purposes decide to um, sell me out. And by sell me out, I mean in the archaic sense of sell me out. So, um, like how slaves sold their own people. That's literally what's happening. I'm going through modern slavery right now, and I'm recording details and giving you guys info so that way you would know it later. Here's okay, but before I get beside myself, um, here's the thing. Today, there has been, and since the video last night, there has been an influx of, slander, lies, and people really pushing back. So I've noticed this passively when I go outside. So it's crazy for people to be like, hey, look, like, don't worry or don't think about it. If you guys are already overwhelmed by what you see in the group chats or on social media, imagine how I feel when I have that interaction, knowing what's being planned or feeling what's being planned behind my, excuse me, knowing and feeling what's being planned behind my back, and also being offline, witnessing it from people who are very passive aggressive because they hate me because of other people's lies and slander. So bit by bit by bit, I'm over here just explaining things because and showing receipts. Meanwhile, there are people who are trying to breadcrumb me information because the government has had every intention to exploit me. And so have the city of Trenton and the politicians there and citizens, really, black citizens, which makes it even worse. So it makes it worse because it just again it re-institutionalizes, the whole slavery situation where slavery happened before they started selling black people over to European settlers and over to America before they were doing the African slave trade. So they were already doing like slavery practices. It's just really fucked up on how Sebastian. No, come on, hop out. Either hush, like go in your room, go in another room, baby, or lay down. It's just really messed up. Sorry about that. It's my cat, one of them. So it's just really messed up on how, yeah, on how it's being, brought back up again. And while people are trying to think that I'm too sensitive, I'm just like, right now what we're doing is that we're doing a test run on me, and slowly people are doing like things to re-institutionalize slavery for all of us. So not just me, but everybody. Pardon me. Well, not everybody, but just like a good number of people. So I told you so. Just wanted to put that out there, before you guys happen to witness it yourselves and you'd be like, oh shit, she was telling the truth. Yeah, a doy. Okay. And besides, Like, I know I'm not the only person who has the common sense to think of. Is it right? No, I know I'm not the only person who has the common sense to just think of this stuff because a lot of people are putting lately are putting two and two together, which is great. Which is great. Yeah. Whenever you think that there are just too many people, and wherever you are, where you guys are like, in the group chat or social media, this, that, here, and the third, just know that there are. Hold on. Okay. Just know that there are 90,457 people in Trenton, New Jersey. That's a fucking lot. And yeah, let's see. The United States Census Bureau states that Trenton, New Jersey has 90,457 people, but that was in 2021. So how many is it in? I think it was 2022. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hmm. And it just keeps going up. It just keeps going up. But I say that because, like, look, whenever you guys think that you're being outnumbered or overwhelmed, just know that this is where the origin happened. Okay, this is where a lot of the people were getting exploits. A lot of stuff are being fixed up around this place, around the city, based off on exploiting me, and so it's like human sex trafficking. Watching me voyeurism, and that kind of stuff. You know, in addition with all the other illegal activities that they've done, has garnered them a lot of financial success in order for people to just be attracted to, stalking people and taking advantage of people and manipulating things and scamming and scheming, this, that, here, and the third, encouraging other Black people to take part of it, to take part in it. So yeah, wait, hold on. That's pretty much it. I'm a little thirsty. In fact, I gotta get some water. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Oh, buddy. Okay. So, man, in less than 24 hours, people, a lot of them from the state of New Jersey, but a lot of them also from Trent, the capital, which is Trent, New Jersey, are shaking in their boots and really upset at the fact that it's a possibility that I actually, can be free. And I will have, they won't have access to me like they used to. They don't have access to me like they used to, but even less because they have this false sense of power and control. Now, yes, when you are in a seat of, like, when you're in a very powerful position, you're seated with a title to make things happen using military or government forces, then yes, you have an air of power and control, but it is very limited as many other things. The thing is that they really thought that they can just try to, control me as if I was their child. But even like honestly, who, what kind of parent is really like, okay, you can 100% control your child? Come on now. And even then, it's just like, well, then you have like some serious problems because like a child is their own person, their own individual person. So it's just like, even then, you can't really control your child. They'd be like, oh yeah, I know my child. Do you? Do you? Because even from the stories that I've heard, that children I nowadays, or even children back in the day, like they used to do some things like, without their parents knowing and behind the scenes. And I would just always listen and look in amazement, like, what? I would be too like, yeah, nah. Like, nah. Plus I have responsibilities. And I don't know, it's just that wasn't my thing. Like I respected authority and I respected rules. But by the time when it came to me living alone with my mother and my brother, it wasn't about me respecting authority or rules. It was just something about me that was just like, I see the bigger picture and I have things to do. So there's no need for me to waste it by doing frivolous or reckless stuff that's going to mess that up. So, and excuse me. And that's really the point of this video, because when I was a kid, of course, being abused, you were thinking about whenever you were like, alone with, an abusive person, you were just like, oh my god, like, I want to run away. The only thing was about that was that my mom was hardly home, and I got to hang out with my grandmother. So like, and I had other family members. At that point, like everything was cool, everything was fine, copacetic. We had fun. So at that point, it was like, what was the point of running away? Like, I only would see this woman or have to tolerate her for like however long. I mean, I had my family there. So like my grandmother there, so and stuff. So it was like, it was cool. Like, I could deal with it. My mom, my mom decided to finally get like a place of her own, and we had to move. I really wanted to stay with my grandmother, but she was just like, no, like you have to live with me. And I was like, ugh. And by doing that, it was basically like I had to help her out and stuff like that around the house. And I was just like, all right, fine, whatever. Help raise her kids. So yeah, I did that, and it was not fun. It was not fun. I could not stand it. And where in the area, of course, is this area, because this was her place, and I had saved her up from foreclosure. But like after she had passed away. But pardon me, it's sorry, I didn't have like a lot of stuff to yeah, like more water, yeah. Because again, it was 93 degrees out. The only thing I've had to drink was like that, and that is like a lemony soda. Mm, okay. Then I had some ice, but okay. So yeah, I lived with her, and I'm still doing my schoolwork and stuff like that. I'm also working a part-time job, and I'm just really into my extracurricular activities. In addition to that, I put on some more extracurricular activities, just again, to escape this woman, to see her as less as possible. And I also just kind of hang out with her friend's daughter, which is supposed to be like my brother's god sister. And in the midst of that, just stayed on my p's and q's and stayed in my room. I go on to say this is because like it's no different than it is today when it comes to people where like, hey, look, I'm in a position right now where people think they have power, control, and authority over me, but it's a limited kind of bullshit. Like, yo, I didn't have my grandmother or anybody out there to kind of advocate for me when I was living with my mother. She was just thinking like, oh, okay, well then I can do anything that I want to with you, and I'm like, yeah, nah. At that, she knew within reason, because at that point I had already established myself where it was like um, I'm old enough, and also even when I was like younger at that age, I was just like before we had moved, a few years before we had moved, I already established myself that I will defend myself, use self defense if necessary, if you try me, because I do not appreciate the way how you are abusing me right now. So she might say things or she might try to hit me, but rarely. Like she never put her hands on me like she did when I was younger. So in fact, yeah. In fact, when we moved to that house, like to this house, like yeah, she didn't do that. So and that's where I am right now, where it's basically about self defense, and I have every right, especially in the state of New Jersey, to defend myself. But no, it's not no but. I do, and it's just in this point in time, it's just like there's nobody out there that I am intimidated or moved by. Like you guys throw threats at me, but it's just like, yes, you are the government. Yes, you have authority and you have connections. And yes, you have like, little links with the police and things like that though. But like, you know, y'all been doing a whole lot of internet bully shit, but it's just like, and things offline, but you never been direct with me. Okay, you never been direct. You've been very fucking passive, trying to make shit into a joke, but you never been fucking direct with me. If you felt froggy, then you would have fucking left a long time ago. This is really like a done deal situation. This is why I live my life accordingly, though. But I don't also, I don't need to trust anybody right now because nobody's being very transparent about what they got going on. I am in a position right now where I'm focused on the things that I need to. Just like when I was a kid, like all I did was just like I didn't need to be that person to I didn't even think about running. I didn't think about running away. I didn't think about no, like she was still being a bitch and stuff like that. But I was just like she like we had those moments where it was like a much more I would say a cooler moment. Not like we were buddy stuff like that. Although that one picture where like we were smiling and stuff like that. It's because my grandmother took that picture. We had did the annual was it family reunion kind of situation. So I was at the diner. We were at the diner, and I remember my little cousin was sitting over there, and my grandmother's like, "Go over there and take a picture with your mom." And I was like, "She's oh god, it was just horrible." Like grandma pull like one of those little scents, like, "Oh, they go your," like one of those moments, like, "Oh, they go your friend," and I'm just like, "Yo, like come on, now, stop it." She's like, "Oh, why don't you go ahead and sit over there with your mama so we can take a picture?" And I'm just like, like like what are you doing, lady? Like, lady. It was one of those moments like, oh, ain't that your like, oh, there go your friend, like messy, like, but messy light. She knew that there was like tension and stuff like that, and I guess my mom kind of knew it too. Like my mom obviously felt it, but I think my grandma was trying to like make the peace, and I was just like, because my whole intention in playing, I think my mom had read my diary. Well, no, she did read my diary. She kept reading my diary, but I think she had read the part where it was just like, as I got older, I started putting things in code, and I was being more cold to her. So it's just like, yeah, like that I'm off to college soon. So she was just trying to be nice, um, and stuff like that. And my grandmother had said a joke, and then that's when we smiled and we laughed because it was funny. She made like it was a funny movement, and then she stopped like making the jokes, and I was like, okay. And I was just like, yeah, take the picture. Take the picture. Like, I don't want to be next to me. Oh god, this is like, well, why are we doing this? And then I was just like, oh, okay. I digress. Things became like more easier, but it was not as crazy as when I was a kid, because that was like, yeah, that was wild. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm in the same boat. Like, there's no reason for me to run away. There's no reason for me to run away. That's why, I mean, don't get me wrong. I wanted to leave definitely in this house, but like, I only got like, several more months. I don't care how badly they're trying to make this situation and like this living situation when they try to like throw bugs in my property or trash in my front lawn, things like that. Like, it's some punk ass bitch shit, basically. And it's really sad. Not sad where you need to feel sympathetic for people, but it's really sad looking because it's men of every freaking color, race, and age group, backed by pick me women who are very insecure and competitive off me. So yeah, to have that kind of energy where, women are just really advertising, women and men are really advertising their deep, deep, deep down, but very transparent insecurity, jealousy, but they're just very blinded by it. It's like, it's not my thing to worry about. It's not my thing to worry about. So in the meantime, what I'm doing, as if I, as I used to do back in the day, so I'm focusing on my own stuff, but I'm also addressing it so that way you don't think that this shit is cute enough for me to not tell you what your place is. Because if somebody, especially me, should smack you in the fucking mouth when it is the appropriate time, then that's what you fucking get. Anything that you get, especially, I love it when karma comes, because I would like for me and the people who literally told you and warned you about the things that you're doing, that when those moments come and you're crying, it's just like, no, 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 no. You've earned that. That is your karma. Karma can be good or bad, but it's just like, okay, well, you're doing this, then that is your karma. You should really just like, kind of sit with yourself, sit with your feelings, and, contemplate on that. Other than that, this is not my problem. And it's not, and please do not make it the other people's problem because it's not theirs. Okay? I really do not like the way how people are. I don't like it when people project on me, mis project on me or misdirect their anger on things that happen to do with either them or somebody else onto me. So I damn sure don't like it when you guys like try to do that to other people. Like, look, make it make sense. And you guys are your own enemies because you end up making these people realize it. They're like, yo, I have nothing to do with this. Why you getting mad at me? Like, yo, eventually, like, they gonna. I told you so. But yeah, like, yo, I think I'm pretty sure a lot of reasons why people felt like, oh my God, it's not working anymore. And it's just like, yes, because you don't deserve my compassion. You don't deserve my sympathy and my empathy. You've literally tried to kill me. Therefore, and you've done the most. There's no why. There's no why. I can see both sides for trying to kill me. I can see both sides for publicly trying to embarrass me and humiliate me. I can see both sides by laughing at me and doing all this stuff and poisoning me. Now, there's no both sides on a situation. There's nothing like that. There's no excuse. Okay, like you literally are picking things from you want to try to sweep the abuse that you've done over like with a Persian rug, a thick ass rug, shit, carpet even. But it's like no, 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 no. And then just talk about your problems, and that's not gonna happen. Like I said, I'm not the person that's trying to come out like all innocent, but it's just like I'm innocent in this. I'm not saying that I'm a person who's like a goody two shoes. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a person who's a goody two shoes, but I'm definitely damn sure innocent in this matter. Like, this should have never happened. And when the government decided to allow public people off the street to watch me make memes of me and harm me, not as like like a spy kind of situation, but just harm me, harass me, and do some really like dark, deep stuff. That's when it became like, okay, yeah, no, 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 no. It's universal law. It's biblical law. Like you don't you don't do that. That's not the way. That's really not the way. Not in mine. I know a lot of people like to abuse the Bible and try to talk about like oh, forgive and oh, love is love. Love has different meanings, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just like leave it at that because my interpretation is definitely different. I don't have any love for um it says love thy enemies, but I don't even love you. That's you guys are worse than enemies. You guys are just annoyances that need to be dealt with accordingly. Like you guys need to be handled. And that's it. And that's just it. You guys are really spiteful that the fact that I don't want anything to do with you guys, and that's basically what's been happening within the less than 24 hours. And I'm not going to give you like when my mom was trying to like make it about a moment where she was trying to like exercise and enforce her will. I was just like, that's really not working. It's really not. If anything, you are just confirming and making things more passionate in order for me to just never look back and never want anything to do with you. I mean, there was moments when I wanted to believe in the best, but it was just like I'm glad I left things where they were, and there would be no doubt in me. I was like, I hope for the best. I was like, oh, like there are moments where like there were moments when I felt like very compassionate for her, but like she didn't do the dastardly things that has been done to me by society, the world, and the relatives. So that's why she got a pass. She's not forgiven. She'll never be forgiven. But it's just like she is showing more compassion than anybody else that has literally, done the absolute most and worst. Like literally, you guys try to kill me and still do, and try to silence me and things like that. It really just, oh my god! Like, let me just tell you on how this just, this is just really just. Hold on, is it better? Should I go like this more? Hold on, I'm just gonna see which one is better. Okay, well, okay. How about this? Is this better? I'm sorry. Hmm. I wish that I had something in here that where it's like so much easier for you guys to see this. Or hold on, let's see. Can I just hold on, do it like this? Do it like this. Yeah. Okay, let's go a little up close and personal, huh? Okay, I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, let's just see how this goes. Let's see how far we come. Let's see how far we come. Okay, I'm gonna hold it like this. Let's just see if this actually does it. Okay, that's gonna work. Let's say it like this. No. Wait. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, hold on. All right. Well, you know what? Yeah, just gonna have to use the old pen and pad. Yeah. All right, we gotta go old school. All right. Well, fine. Um, and this is why. Okay. So I'm just giving. This is why I also titled the video "Hulk No Smash" because like people were really trying to bet on me. I guess losing my temper or wanting to do something outrageous and stuff like that. Like self defense is self defense, but knowing the tactics that you're doing and just who you guys are as individuals, it's just you guys are desperate, really, really desperate, and it's completely transparent on how unattractive and desperate, low rent you guys are. Like when it comes to like personality, you guys are pathetic in every manner. So, and I wanted to just, now that you know exactly why I don't care about you, in a sense, like why is now that you know why I don't have those that compassion and empathy for you, because you guys have done it yourself. Um, let's go on to how you guys have fucking played yourselves. Okay. All right. So, what does it look like? All right. So, you guys are laughing at me at every little thing. I happened this morning to look at a video of myself from 2020, literally talking about how you guys were stalking, like before I even know what was going on, the magnitude. But I was like, yo, you guys are watching me, stalking me, this, that, here, and the third. And you guys would criticize things, even down to the minute detail of if I'm drinking something, oh, why don't I use a coaster? Oh, why don't like you guys were even criticizing people for not having like a bidet. Like you were being that like picky and elitist. It was ridiculous. What does it look like when you're somebody who wants to copycat off of people or copycat off of a specific target and then also at the same time make fun of them? Okay, ready? The if you answered let's see. That water is easy. Ah, it's a bad one. If you answered appropriation, then you are correct. Okay, that's points to you, points to you. So say this person, stringy hair, stiff wig and shit, whatnot like that. Okay, I mean this is supposed to mimic natural. Okay, so like let's never. Okay, so let's just see this person right here is mimicking this person right here. Oh, their hair is big and whatnot like that. But oh my goodness, look at those lips. Okay. They're humongous. Look at that. Look at those body features. Oh my goodness. What? And then all of a sudden, all of a sudden, you wear big lips. All of a sudden you want to have big lips. You feel me? You're paying money and risking your life for your big lips. All of a sudden you're risking your life and paying money to get something like this, or you bought something to make your body shape look just like that. That is the same thing as you seeing me being quirky and weird, or dressing a certain type of way, or doing a certain type of video, and then you want to try to outdo it and copy it and like, look at me, look at me, look at me. It doesn't matter that these two people are the same color. It's just the fact that the underlying message is that you're a fucking hater, bitch. You're a fucking hater because like this group of people, and it's just non-blacks, and sometimes it's our own people that will mock us for our own our own features when it comes to oh okay, the big lips kind of situation, or our hips. You will want to mock us and then do it too. Like that's the thing that makes it fucked up. Is just that you mock the thing that you want. You mock the thing that you end up copying. You mock the thing that you try to compete with. That's the part that makes it fucking crazy. It's just like when women back in the day when they were wearing like those dresses with the big butt in the back, the big butt in the back, and they had little hands right there. Like this is the front, and this is like their little back with the little, kind of looks like a bug or something like that. But like those old timey dresses. You feel me? Like the throwback ones. This is like the colonial ones where they had like the big billowy dresses. Like, come on now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow. Like, stop it. Stop. So that's how stupid you look as a copy. That is how stupid you look as a copycat. Okay. See, right here is called appropriation. Right here, you're just a hating ass copycat. That's targeting me. That's what makes it bad. You're not just inspired by me, you're actually like, liking it and supporting it. You're making fun of it, mocking it, and then trying to do it yourself. You are a dumbass copycat. Now, here's the part where it looks very foolish of you guys to be black people making fun of another black person that is innocent of the crime. So it's just like the okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. So when you this is me. When you are against one person and you're vilifying them, but you know that that person is innocent of what you guys are trying to accuse them of. You're starting to make up stories and whatnot like that. Why? Because of money, because of connections that that person hasn't given you. So it's involuntary, without consent, without consent. You feel a sense of perversion. You are attracted to this person, and with this person having the boundaries, which is me, you're angry. You're angry because the money is being blocked or delayed or like affected. You're angry because your connection without the consent is blocked. You're angry because the perversion and stuff like that. Well, you can still see my body, but it's just like knowing and being reminded of how nasty you are to want to do that and wanting to watch me without my permission because you're a fucking pervert and you disgusting like bum ass person. I don't care how you look on the outside. You're really just an ugly person on the outside and inside. Okay, really you are. No matter what kind of words you try to say about me to try to taint my character or try to make me look low in front of other people, like the fact that you just look at me for any reason at all in the privacy of my home without permission is perversion. So you were just really a sick, twisted nigga ass bitch, and I don't care what fucking color you are, but that's just literally what you exude. Like you are a lot of people, especially when it's a black, you're being very coon. You're being very, very, very heavy sellout coon. But now you're gonna add in the other parts too, where it's like you're a perverted sellout heavy coon. You are an abusive heavy sellout coon. All these things. So yeah, this is me with my boundaries, and these are you guys very upset because all of a sudden I'm enforcing my boundaries and I'm not giving a damn about your feelings because I'm putting myself and I'm obviously putting myself first, but I'm also not giving you any kind of sympathy or empathy because I see it for what it is. You guys just want to use me and hurt me and harm me. You were pretending to be confused. You were pretending to know exactly like any information in order to like try to help me. You were pretending. I'm not saying everybody that was pretending. I'm not saying everybody that was trying to give me information was pretending, but I'm saying there are a lot of people who are exploiting me, like certain type of tarot readers and stuff like that, that are exploiting me and and breadcrumbing information in order to keep the shit going, to keep their pockets filled. It is unethical and it is very immoral. But it was just like immoral. But it's also like call it out for what it is. There are people who are outwardly racist and okay with it. There are people literally who are stands. You can be a Taylor Swift stand against I don't know what, I don't know, whoever one of her ex boyfriends are. So like you feel me? Like you can be like basically you can identify yourself as being, you don't even have to identify yourself as being a hater depending on how far or aggressive or what it is you say with your activities, but you can go ahead and admit to who you are as a person. You'd be like, yeah, like, well, you wake up every day to either be a hater, or you wake up every day to ignore civil rights and cherry pick because you know that you use my words in order to give justice to another celebrity or for yourself or for some other person. But when it comes to me, that you already know what is that what is exactly going on, you're just like, no, 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 be quiet, be silent. Be silent because we need you. We need you for ideas. We need you for, justice for our situation. Excuse me, for our situation. And then how dare you speak up and defend yourself? And at that point, you guys have been, especially within these last 24 hours, are trying to vilify me. All of a sudden now there's just like, this content that you want to spread around about me and things of that nature. You have a guy, and you have connections. You have connections with the government. You have partners who are hackers and are IT specialists. So yes, I am not surprised that you guys want to do nothing but gossip when you could have actually utilized these things for people who have been unjustly prosecuted. Um, or anything else. You could have used these powers for good, but you chose to use it for this instead in order to harass me, in order to get money from whomever to be a fucking sellout. These are your benefits plus more just to be a fucking sellout. So yeah, no, why would I ever want to care about you guys when this is what you are? Like, come on now, keep it a buck. Why would I ever want to care about you guys? Like you shown me, oh, this is what you wanted to do. You chose to try to sterilize me. You chose to try to murder me. This is what you are. Adoy. There's no way how you could try to make me look like the villain and make yourself look like something to sympathize. I don't care what kind of stories that you have. At that point, oh my goodness. So we're gonna say that this person right here, obviously is Hitler. This person right here is like Hitler. And then you have a bunch of different people telling you, well, no, listening to him, saying how you need to hate these people. This one person is telling you that you need to hate these three people because of how they look and dress. These people are not bothering anybody. They're minding their business. And no different than you. But you want to tell them that, but you want to tell them, he wants to tell them that, these people are to be done, like dealt with, put away with, murdered. And all these negative words and all this gossiping that seems harmless and, oh, you're being sensitive. Like that big mouth doesn't cause the same kind of consequences or effects like this. Well, the biggest consequence is that he's dead, which is great. But I mean, in the future, it does happen to, you know, um, be an idol or like a symbol for other people who are very deeply racist. But I'm just saying, like, it's insane that you have black people and white people collabing together to try to oppress someone who's of mixed race, and it just it just looks really really weird. It's just like, so what? So it's okay for you guys to do business. It's not even like it's okay for you guys to do business, just not to to fuck, because you're using your poacher people as a white man and a black woman, as like the darkest black woman. And the reason why they chose like the darker skinned woman is not because it's not for like an equality kind of situation, but that even that was a moment of, even that was planned. I mean, granted, this particular person is like very two-faced and has always been the opportunist and whatnot like that. But these moments were these moments were done like for a purpose. You had one white you had one white guy, and just like in just like in Nazi times, which well, this is what you call Aryan features: blue eyes, blonde hair, that kind of stuff. So you have one white guy supposed to be that Aryan kind of person, and Aryan features, and then you have I'm gonna say dark. I put DB for dark skinned black woman. Um, and then also you have a Latina, so you have the Hispanics. Then you also did a white one, the white, and then you also did. Did you do anything else? I think maybe you've done an Asian, but I think the only ones you really were focusing on were these. So this guy with his hoes and his area codes were going for this, but the main central focus were these two. Now these two were coincidentally the ones that were basically close to me. Now you're utilizing my personality. These two are steadily around the clock. It's supposed to be a clock. So these two people are all right. So basically, yeah, you got one white guy, blonde hair, blue eyes, and all the other kind of jazz, dating, having a relationship with a dark skinned black woman, a Hispanic woman, and a white woman. Now, it initially starts this way, right? It initially starts this way. This woman right here, they find it as an opportunity pretty much because now you get to have a connection where you have between the blacks and the whites. And they're thinking, oh my goodness, like, civil justice and all that other kind of shit. Like, it's you know, we really don't see color. We're colorblind, and this, that, here, and the third. Kumbaya. When in actuality, what happened was is that this woman right here decided to sell out by lying and smiling in the face of somebody who she called a best friend. Which is me. We've already proved that. So by doing that, I'm sorry, this the sun. I mean, I love the sun, but goddamn it, it's working on my nerves right now. So, um, so basically, like you have the dark skin woman. Put it right here, DB. Using my personality, using pardon me, my creativity, my ideas, this, that, here, and the third, in order to entice this person right here. Now, these two link up in order to make profit and watch me. These two link up, like I said, watch me, make a profit, steal my identity, do a lot of malicious and illegal things in the background, and then decide to taint my character. Okay, I hope you guys are following. By doing so, they were able to attract other people to follow suit and exploit me and try to silence me, and were also attracted to getting the fruits of this labor, which is money, trying to clown me, trying to get clout, things of that nature. He has a detective father and a lawyer wife. Now, he's black and she's white, the dad and the wife. So these two have been working in the judicial department for a very, very, very ass long time. They use their connections because at that point there's too many eyes that are watching me right now, so it could lead to some actual fucking trouble. So, but there's a profit that's coming out of it. These two help him. Well, actually, he helps him, and eventually she helps her because she helps him because that's the wife, and it's just it's further along where it becomes more I guess seemingly not convincing or something like that, but just like more kind of go along with it. It's like, again, I mentioned it before, to the point of like you're rating, you see a target being broken into, and you're just like, wow, that looks really bad. But you're seeing a lot of people, like, take things from it, and they're getting away with it. And so you're just like, yeah, sure, okay, fine, and like you'll take something. Me, I wouldn't do it. I'm just like, yo, I'm just walking out, like it's like walking past. But other people, they would. So here we are. Like, I mean, you might joke about it, but like, if you, there are some people who actually would do it. But here we are. Here we fucking are. Except for this zombie apocalypse. Because then in that case, I'd be like, yeah, in the zombie apocalypse, I'm like, yeah, of course, fuck yeah, oh yeah. Okay, where am I going with this? Anyway, this is like, this is an opportunity for people to exploit me, and definitely in order to cover their ass, I am put on a watch list. Sorry, I'm so far away. So basically, I'm put on, like, a watch list. Put on the watch list. Then, because other political members and government officials are looking at this, then eventually it's defined as the Patriot Act. People are exploiting me like nobody's business. They're watching my naked body. They are torturing my pets. They're coming in my house doing nasty things, and it's like playing ding dong ditch, but but it's a very malicious, cruel, evil, unprovoked, unjust, creepy, abusive, sexually harassing, incel, pick me ass, just many other disgusting and foul things version of ding dong ditch, where you're an adult and you just happen, like, I don't know, you might want to bring somebody's doorbell and just run or something like that. This is obviously a lot worse. People thought that they can just do the most by abusing me. Grown ass people with fucking titles, people with titles, government titles, and responsibilities, people with families. You have people that are teachers, principals, faculty members. You got people that are policemen, sergeants. You got corporals, colonels, lawyers, judges, FBI, CIA, every little affiliation and everything like that being okay with doing this to fuck with me, knowing good and well there was nothing that I did to deserve this. And then on top of that, to save face lately, there's a lot of stuff that people are doing right now to slander me in order to try to, like, backpedal on some of the shit that they're trying to do. And some of them are trying to, it's like a mix of either trying to save face, or they're trying to see basically which way how it goes. Like, they obviously want me to be quiet, but they want to do away with me. Like, they literally want to do away with me. But there have been so many eyes on here, on me, that they're just like, okay, well, what the fuck do we do? So now it's a cross, but it's definitely a lot of slander and a lot of character assassination, a lot of people doing the most in order to try to save their ass from any type of judicial consequences, especially these two. Now, as you can see, the only times when I talk about a conversation is literally about justice. You don't see me trying to, like, pine after anybody or any of that kind of shit. So why are these people, like, this is why people are trying to, like, make it into a conversation that it is, when clearly that's not what I've been talking about. It's like, I've, hold on, another water break. Just kidding. Definitely kidding. Yes. It's oh, I I definitely see things for what it is, and people are doing the most to save face. And it's just like, wow, all that big game you guys were talking, in your group chats and behind the scenes and on the apps or whatever, like that, the dark web even. But here you guys are, we're like, you don't know what I'm talking about. All of a sudden, you guys are making up so many excuses and everything like that. to not be responsible for the damage that you've caused. And so let's get into that. What is the damage that you've caused that you've asked? Well, if you want to see me, if you want to see me abused, what is the damage that? Okay, here are these two people, these two idiots. Okay, um, I'm just gonna put whiskers right here because this person's obviously, the copycat. So it's just like, and I'm just gonna put a big old fro because this person's a clown too. So yeah, I'm gonna put it like no, I was gonna put like a little pinwheel kind of hat on here because this person is just a doofus. Because like, and here's another one who's also the sister who's just very, idiot too. So it's just, it's doy 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 doy, and they attracted a bunch of people to be the doy 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 doys. Anyway, so this is me, and this is the many people that are watching. And these people are either, laughing, projecting, making fun of, all right, so yeah, so laughing, projecting, misdirected anger, perversion, possessive, yeah, controlling and possessive, exploitative, opportunistic, clout. Yeah. So I'm putting more too, just like financial, emotional, etc. Abuse. Because they get off on that. They get off on that shit. So yeah, this is this. So what does this do? This is what they benefit off of. This is what these people and these people benefit off of. Plus, obviously more, but this is mainly what people benefit off of. The emotional benefits, the oh my God, like, bro, I really don't like the way this moving. All right, so the emotional benefits, the benefits of, hold on. I just find this is so much better if I do this. Here you go. This is so much better. Okay, so yeah, I really appreciate, because this is like, okay, thank you for shedding the light on the situation, like, thank you, but like, okay, but also like, go away. So did you hear that? Obviously you heard that because that is like a serious kind of anger right now. People are furious. Furious. That can only mean that I'm telling the truth, that they're furious. Okay, so now actually you can kind of see like some of the stuff. That's crazy. You can only hear something like that, like next door and next door here. I'm in one of the rooms where you can't hear that unless you have to be like really, really freaking violent, really freaking violent. So, and whenever I'm speaking up or speaking out, or if I'm doing like something positive, like I mean obviously I'm doing something positive all the time, but if I'm like doing my homework or something like that, that's when they really get pissed off. Like I mean seriously get pissed off. So for them to do that, honey, honey, their panties are like bundled right now. Okay, it's in a bunch. Okay, honey bunches of oats. Okay, honey bunches of oats. Okay, all right, let's go. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so much better. I should have done with that. Okay, yeah. Honey bunches of oats. Honey bunches of oats. So, all right. And the song still plays. And the song still plays. I have to put that down because, like, seriously, people do things and say things just to be very like malicious and upset. But I'm like, yo, maybe you shouldn't have tried to like provoke me and try to do this to like for no reason, for no justified reason. It's criminally insane. Criminally insane. Let's see if I can make this better. Ooh. Yeah, I hate it. Okay. All right. So we're talking about the ahaha, the projections, the misdirected anger, the clout, the exploitative, opportunistic situations, controlling, possessive, perversion, and stuff like that. I'm just smiling right now because like you heard like people be in their feelings. Yo, I'm telling you. What else? Let's see. I was just like, what? So yeah, all right. So basically, these people are doing this. We already know this, and it would just be awesome if these people try to keep it a buck and just admit to, you know, their messiness. Okay, so we know that's unjust. Okay, I'm a black woman who should not have been put up in into this position. Like this right here is where you have abused your power. This is where you have abused your power as a person working for the government. Pardon me, and you decided to go out of your way to intimidate and make fun and hurt and harm and try to kill somebody who told you no because they didn't want to support you anymore because they were tired. They wanted to live for themselves. Someone who told you no because they don't like the fact that you cheat. So they were just like, okay, well then I'm gonna break away. I'm gonna break up from this relationship. There's no reason to keep going. You feel me? Like, yo, if I don't need to be in a relationship with somebody if you are going to keep cheating on that person. Like, I mean, if you're not going to keep cheating on me. Like, this is just like ridiculous. I don't want to say this person because I am that person. So it's just like this person is me. Like, I don't want to be that person. Keep saying it. I don't want to keep being cheated on. I've admitted to being cheated on, and I don't like it. Obviously, I mean, who does? Like, that's ridiculous. So having somebody out there who would really just sleep with anything. I'm just saying. And disrespect me by sleeping with people who were, obviously close to me is so out of pocket. That there's just like, why would I want to do that to myself? And unfortunately, instead of just, accepting that and taking it on the chin, I thought because that I thought it was the most common sense thing to do, have an amicable breakup. I mean, yes, I think it's amicable when it's just like, hey, look, obviously there's hard feelings, but it's just like, look, I'm not about to trash you. You feel me? Like you just go do your own thing and I'm gonna do mine. Somebody really didn't take that lightly. And there have been so many years between us, like, especially since we stopped talking, that I'm still being talked about in conversations. So that's just that again, that's that too. But let's get to the meat and potatoes because this is also what really matters at the end of the day. These three idiots, they don't really matter. They really don't. These are the people who want to still be relevant, but they were relevant off of my attention. They were relevant off of my energy. They still copycat and try to make slander, lies, and all that other kind of shit off of me. So it doesn't matter like what the topic is, as long as it includes me. And they want to be as free from that as I want to be as free from them. But I think because even say worst come to worst, I was gone, I think they would still bring my name up. That's the thing that's just so fucking crazy about it. Like that's so fucking disgusting. Like what the fuck? It's man. So all right, so let's just talk about how this is all just really just bounces back on all of you guys. So the projecting, the misdirected anger, the cloud, okay, basically we are so by doing this right here, you are automatically identifying yourselves as coons and sellouts. Because as a sellout, you're willing to, it doesn't matter if the person is innocent or not to you, you want to be able to get something from it. And that's money, clout. That's normally just like money or clout. You're a coon because you are pandering to whomever is in charge in order to get admitted for clout or for, laughs, and to be, connected into like a community. You find yourself being like creepy, perverted, and stuff like that. That's not coon or a sellout. But for a sellout, you're being exploitative, opportunistic, a clout, and clout. And as like for coons, you're also being clout, and you're pandering to the higher ups, like attention, knowing that I'm innocent, knowing that this is unjustified. So yeah. Okay, hold on. So this is the thing. What are the things that you guys have seen me do? The financial and emotional abuse. You guys like seeing me work harder. By doing that, you are having one or two of these people are in higher positions. Let's just say like let's just say this let's just say this many people are in higher positions, and the remaining people are people who work for people for work for other people. These people right here are going to their jobs or going into personal group chats and stuff like that, thinking like, hey, my employee and such and such like that is pretty lazy. I would like for them to work more. Or you're thinking like, hey, I'm gonna push myself. You guys are both thinking like, hey, I should push myself in order to like compete with this person because why is giving you the this person is getting attention. And if you guys like clout and opportunities, then from the higher ups, then you're going to want to try to work hard or see why or compete to believe that you're better than this person right here, which is me. Keep saying this person, this person, which is me. So yeah, work harder. Basically, by the whole perseverance porn kind of situation, you yourself are working harder. You have given it's not as easy now for you guys to kind of go in between jobs because no matter where you go, you have the possibility of having to try to work harder to prove yourself, and you're competing with a whole bunch of other people. A shitload of people recently had children, and so they're going to grow up with a lot of demands and competitiveness between each other in order to get like the most profitable job. Everybody now is trying to do something that's very independent, and it's just not going to be the wave anymore. It's going to be just again, it's going to be a lot more. Um, we need a lot more creativity, and with you guys like really being on my shtick, like you guys should just try to find creativity within yourselves in order to independently cultivate like your own kind of like ideas and stuff, and try and stop trying to um, use things from whatever well you had, because it's just like it's running dry. The ideas and stuff like that is running dry. The well is running dry. Mm, okay. So yeah, working harder. Working harder is definitely like, you see me working hard, and it's influencing other people to have you work harder too. And then that's why people are so fucking tired nowadays, and people are taking more naps. People are pressed, like, pushing themselves to the point of exhaustion. Like, I'm overburdened systematically. You guys are putting yourselves in that situation on your own. Not to mention, your higher ups and whatnot like that, and other people in your social environment are putting those demands on you too, subconsciously and passively, as they watch me. So you, by having me work harder, you guys are also working harder. But you guys didn't see any problem with it because you see me working the hardest. but you guys are trying to like compete, so that way you're trying to push yourself and be like, no, 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 it's still us. We're like we're still doing the hardest, and it's just like this is not a competition that I want to win. Okay, I keep saying that it's not a competition I want to win. When it comes to this, it's not a competition I even want to be in. You feel me? Um, because I'm not competing. I'm just literally this is something that has been unjustly put on me. So working harder, you guys have put yourself into even harder positions. It's just crazy. And even when your kids grow up, they're going to be in hard positions too. So, and having to compete more because with other with the booming rates of births, um, so, because everybody was getting knocked up between the last few years since the pandemic, so they wouldn't have to take some of them, so they wouldn't have to take the booster shots, and other ones just because it was a trend. It was a fucking trend for people. I was like, come on now, it's crazy. Yeah, she's gonna get pregnant. I'm gonna get pregnant. No, 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 it's crazy. Um, so that's working harder. What is another one that I forgot to say? So yeah, that is your perseverance. So that is your perseverance porn. You just fucked it up for people in the future and present. It's just like, bruh. Sorry. It's like, okay, but this is literally how I've just, watched. Um, yeah. So it's done nothing but create a lot of burnout within people. It's done nothing but create an extreme amount of burnout with people. And it's also done what is it? Oh man, I can't really think right now. But it's caused a lot of um emotional health damage, like and mental health damage to people too, from having to work hard and putting very high demands on water sign beings that are very who water sign and Virgo placements who are known for putting fucking idealistic visions on shit that they can't even like fucking do for half a day. Okay. So it's yeah, it's not even giving aiming for the stars to no, it's not even giving aiming for the moon to land amongst the stars. It's giving just, unnecessary exhaustion and burnt out. And there was just so many things that you guys could have done and you decided to do this. By doing so, it also caused, people with the racism abuse. So imagine a large portion of this, because that started with, black people. Imagine a large portion of this, black people, at gaining because they need to have the white people in order to be excused and pardoned for the to save their ass. They're attracting white people too because this guy he's adopted by a black person, but this guy makes it seem like, oh, okay, it's okay, you have a white person with the Aryan features and stuff like that, so like you're good. And so so yeah, so you think that you had the green light, so you've attracted the non-blacks over here. So you have a large section of the blacks, a good section of the non-blacks starting out, and you just see a lot of hate, undeserved hate, projection, humiliation as somebody not knowing what the fuck is going on, and this that here and the third. So suddenly, and all the meanwhile, these people right here are smiling in her face and laughing behind her back and slandering her and talking down on her and bad about her and lying about her, which is me. Why am I okay? So so here you are. Well, not here you are, but here are the people right here doing this in front of this audience. And some of these are racist. Some of these are inherently racist. And others of these want black friends or black relationships so badly. They'll just go along with it. So in the midst of this, they're willing to bandwagon on this too. They're willing to, obviously the racists are going to jump in, and the inherently racists are attracted to this, but they're like, oh, they're conflicted, But then they see these other people chiming in, so they're just like, okay, sure. And then subconsciously, they're gonna be okay with this shit eventually. And then the white person is gonna start thinking like, hey, yeah, like I'm all for that. Yeah, like fuck that, fuck that black woman. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, so that happens, and then of course, what's gonna happen is just that you be like, oh my goodness, I have black friends. These people are like, oh my goodness, I can hurt black people in front of black people. I can hurt this black person in front of black person. And this one is just kind of conflicted where they kind of have to keep it to themselves, but they're weird, conflicted, but also kind of delighted that they have like some type of community. It's weird. It's very weird. So yeah. All the while, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I know that there's a lot of negative and nasty energy in the air that is being extremely, extremely toxic and disastrous and harmful to me for no just cause. And what's going to happen is just that this number is going to grow, it's going to multiply. What's going to happen is that these people are going to um, it's going to become worldwide all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you have like, more people, more blacks. These blacks from like other towns, other states, other companies, other businesses. These whites are from, other politicians. Oh, hey, look, did you see this video? And you sharing wherever it is that you share about me on whatever platform, and you're watching it with somebody during a business meeting. Yeah, that's happened. As sadly, it's happened in front of my face. Um, well, they didn't show me on the app, but I remember on the phone, my former boss was sharing around something of me, and then they were just like, "Oh, Shalice," and I was like, "What?" Like, and they were just like, "Nothing." Like, what the? Yeah, ever since then, I've held, yeah, I've been very suspect of you guys. So yeah, no, 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 no. Like, I'm not with that shit. So yeah, here we are. We've got a lot of racist, negative situations going on, and you guys ended up attracting more racism. You guys thought it was initially, you guys just, were trying to be on your bully, but then you guys are trying to pander and compete. Like, well, I'm better than this black woman right here, so I'm going to try to show my ass and this, that, here, and the third too. I'm involuntarily not knowing that my body's being naked on cameras. So you guys are like, so that's when y'all OnlyFans start about, and you guys are starting to like, sleep with the older men, the politicians and whatnot like that, because they're giving you favor and they're giving you money and things of that nature. So there's other reasons for doing that, but I just know that as the young women, I know that this woman was sleeping with older men and the politicians in order to get favor, in order to further harass me and also to give them higher positions, higher seats of power. But the women who are watching this woman too, and she's sharing back and forth like her activities, they're getting inspired to they're getting inspired by her, her lies and her activities, and they're getting inspired by my creativity as far as like my artistry and my YouTube ideas or like my invention, my patent ideas and things of that nature. And they're also getting inspired by what they stalk and what they witness. So these women, because they see so much attention, very insecure women who see so much attention going to me, are competing with men and being like, hey, look, I can show my breasts, I can show my tits, I can show my vagina, I can show my ass, and then they turn it into a profit. um, like, hey, look, make your money how you want to make your money, but it was just like the back the foundation as to why is just like really like wow, like so unethical. Like if you want to be a sex worker, then gotta be a worker. But even like strippers and sex workers have a code of ethics where it's just like okay, look, like it's just a code of ethics. I imagine with everything there should be a code of ethics, but except for thieves, and there's no honor amongst thieves. So as they say, so you guys are just, people just doing the fucking most, bro. I just want to summarize this up. Your activities have made you guys decide to work harder on your own and encourage other people to make you want to work harder, which guys got burnout and mental health issues and things of that nature. It's forcing you guys to go to therapy, which is great, but you guys could have gone to therapy a long time ago and realized that, because there were a lot of things that I was sharing with you guys before knowing I was being watched. There was a lot of things I was sharing with you guys in order to just, be a community. But you guys decided to abuse that, make fun of me, try to take my ideas and silence me. And instead, you guys ended up really punishing yourselves. So, yeah, this is really embarrassing. This is why I have it titled Hulk No Smash, because you guys are really fucking destroying yourselves. You guys really are. Even with the government. By throwing these little tactics and stuff like that, a lot of people see through the bullshit. So by you throwing these tactics on me, it's just like you are dulling, and also like you're dulling and kind of voiding a lot of the shit that you would need to use when there's like some real shit about to happen, or like some dire shit that's like, that needs our focus and attention. Like it's really petty that you've exhausted a lot of this shit on being immature and irresponsible. You feel me? Like we know that you're just giving your money away to another country, for mostly for yourselves. Like you're doing it in our faces, and we're just being like, yo, like this is really fucked up. Like you're doing it in America's faces, in front of your own fucking citizens, your own people's faces, and we're just like, yo, like this is really fucked up. Like we're obviously like yelling at you and very disappointed and displeased in your activities, but for some reason, the people who are literally kissing your ass are mostly bots, and other people who are these gang stalkers, because they get some type of benefit in the background. And they don't want to let go of that sense of power that they felt that they worked so hard on, or the ones that they're just so fucking addicted to. So yeah, now that you guys feel, because you guys feel so comfortable in your little community, like it's like your own little fucking solar system, you guys feel safe because you guys would be all toxic together. So as long as there's just like one person, you guys feel safe being toxic, until somehow somebody else or a larger force, or worse, the people who you fucked over, somehow karma gets your ass. And yeah, and that'll be it. Because here's the thing, you're using intimidation tactics and threats in order to silence and make people comply, but and also bribing. But it's just like, okay, all right, what about if the other person does that? You feel me? Like there'll come a time when there'll be somebody who will threaten, who will do the same tactics to the people that you are threatening and bribing. They'll either have more money, or they'll threaten that person with even worse. And it's just like there's no loyalty to you. And you're showing that you don't stand on anything. You don't stand on fucking anything. In fact, what's even worse is that you lie on what you stand on. So even if you learn that, like, hold on, I wouldn't say if you learn that lesson and you actually change, but in the midst of you getting crossed and you're just like, oh shit, but you don't do anything, and that's where you fuck up. That's where you fuck up. So it's yeah, it's just like Hulk no smash, because Hulk watch you beat your own self. It's just like, yo, it's crazy. Like, yo, you guys are your own fucking worst enemies. You guys are a fucking joke. Why should I ever feel intimidated or bothered or anything about you guys? Yeah, you guys can try to like throw something in here, make all these loud noises. You guys fuck up my car like you guys done many times. Bribe somebody to try to harass me. You can come here and try to like brandish me with a fucking weapon now, but it's still on some punk ass little fucking shit. You could have used all that fucking power and words and this, that, here, and the third to fucking like. I'm just honestly, as soon as I was like pausing, I was thinking of like so many things. It's like seeing like the credits go down to a whole bunch of things that you guys could have done, and I just paused because I'm just like, wow. I wouldn't say inward hunger, but there's just like, a whole bunch of fucking shit that you actually could have fucking done, but then instead you guys make excuses for it. It's equivalent to like having a whole bunch of fucking mess in the house. Here's a waste paper bag, a waste paper basket, and you're just like, I don't see anything because you're facing this way. You're like, I don't see anything, and you're just like, oh look, I'm just gonna close this. I'm just gonna close this door right here. I'm just gonna close that. Just gonna close that. Right, like it's clean. It's like, there's so many things that you could be focusing on, but you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna close this dresser. I'm just gonna close this dresser right here, and just gonna probably maybe dust the lamp, and that's fucking it. And that's fucking it. That is literally what you guys do. That's literally what you guys do. So while you're over here trying to lie on me, something, oh, I'm trying to start shit. I'm like, what? With a bum ass bitch? You've done a lot of things to just really just fuck us up in the past and in the future by attracting a bunch of racists to try to like attack me and things of that nature. You ended up wanting people to see black people as less than. Pretty much now we're all equal. It's not about who's oppressed. It's about all right. So basically, it's like saying you had a bunch of black people like, oh my god, what's going on? Like, this is like unfair. Obviously this, obviously, yeah, racism is unfair. Yeah, but you give them another black person to fucking pardon me, bully or some shit, and all of a sudden that's not the conversation anymore. All of a sudden, these certain black people are okay with oppressing other people. They just don't want to be oppressed. They just don't want to be fucking left out. They want the advantages. They like the things that white people were doing to us, to other black people. They just didn't like being left out of it. That is really fucking cringe. That is what you have proved. That is what you have proved. And that's really sad because for a long fucking time with civil rights and whatnot like that, we were trying to prove something different. It was just like, if you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? And it was just like, it was meant to say that we are equal, but like we deserve rights. We don't deserve the right to harm people who we think or who we feel or who we will say is less than us or who is different than us. It was saying, hey, look, we're all one color underneath our skin. Like, we should just unite and just live amongst each other and be defined by our character and not by our skin color. And bitch, y'all just showed y'all ass as being like fucking as evil and corrupt as the people who once oppressed us for the same kind of color. I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my Lord. Oh my goodness. So you undid that pretty much. It was just like insane. So here we have like 1 month, the shortest month out of the year, where we talk about all the achievements of the successful black people and how there would have been more and how we need to be acknowledged for our contributions to this country. And had you not oppressed us, then a lot more shit that is beneficial could have happened. And you're just like, yeah, like no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And like if you keep, allowing us to abuse more of you guys, then we can just, we can talk about it and we can see about it from there. Like, if you allow us to abuse this black woman, you can get more affiliations and this, that, here, and the third. You just like bet. Like, it's crazy because it really did attract a lot of other black people. Be like, okay, well, who can we sell out of our own family and out of our own friends? Because they wanted to make sacrifices too. Bitch. Can I just tell you on how, instead of these are black people right here. Can I just tell you on how fucking fucked up on how these people were okay with this shit happening to the point that they wanted to do it to the people in their own personal life? So these white people right here are just really looking at like doubling down on how fucked up black people are. so now they feel justified for all the shit that they've done to us in the past, but they're not gonna tell you that. No, 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 no. They're gonna be quiet and enjoy as they are, in the group chats helping to abuse me. And then on top of that, wondering about, okay, so who's gonna be the next fucking person that's gonna be done, done for. And then or like, done in. And it's so fucking crazy. And they're willing to sacrifice some of their own. The white people, they're willing to sacrifice some of their own, but it's just like, but not too much. You feel me? Because it's these people that need to prove, or that are trying to prove themselves. It's these people that are doing the most. These people are still not equated to these people, and yet these people don't really see that. They just see the money and the exploits and this, that, here, and the opportunities. These people are using religion and stuff like that to keep me going underneath this kind of umbrella of abuse, because these people are trying to suck up to these people and whoever is in power. Because obviously, as you can see, the Supreme Court is already capping you guys when it comes to like having black people in the fucking office. I mean, or like in the fucking office and in positions and this, that, here, and the third. Fuck, in schools and whatnot like that. Come on now. It's like you Hulk no smash because you smash your own ass. Hulk no smash because you smash your own ass. Hulk no smash because you smash your own ass. Hulk no smash because you smash your own ass. I don't need to be bothered with you guys. I'm just like, yo, I be looking at when I had looked at my mother, I was just like, yo, like, bitch, you really just, like, you've done so much damage that you're really only hurting yourself. Anytime when you're trying to like come at me with any type of like insults or anything like that, I'm like, sweetheart, you have a young child who's not even 2 years old yet, and you're over here trying to lie about the father, um, and you're doing a whole bunch of like other stuff. I'm like, sweetheart, you're going to need me, so you're doing a whole lot of other fucking damage to yourself. And guess where I'm going to be? Because I'm old enough, nearly old enough to be up out of this fucking place, and I was. Um, I did come back only, but after she died, obviously after she passed away, I got this place as an investment, and now I'm close to actually paying this bitch off. I'll be paying the mortgage company and stuff like that, and then I can just damn. Let me tell you something. I've never owed anybody anything. I really have never, and I'm so fucking done with not only my relatives because I cut them off. I am done with so many people. Okay, so many fucking people. Not a day. Not a day goes to anybody but myself. Um, Maybe my cats, but like I only care about, as I should, myself and anybody else who is genuinely going to care about me. The people who I support, like on the internet, are very few, extremely very few, and it's just like, whenever I'm genuinely sending people like, a good vibe or a good message, it's genuine, it's authentic, but I cannot put myself out there, and I'm not going to put myself out there until people actually prove themselves. And I know people are right now are being very judgmental. These people are being very judgmental, but it's just like, okay, if I go out there and try to befriend somebody, are you going to tell me that you've been gang stalking me? You're like, no. So again, all this all this stuff too that they do to play dumb gives the other people the opportunity to play dumb with them. Again, they're their own worst enemies. I'm telling you, there's more to it. There really is more to it. But I mean, gosh, jolly, it's just like, yeah, I can't. Huff no smash. Okay, you smash your own ass. All right, that's basically it. All right, guys. I will probably see you a little, probably if not later today, then definitely tomorrow. But I wanted to just kind of end it off with there's. I'm telling you, there's actually a lot more in here that you guys keep like harming yourselves with. But I think I'll save that for later. It's yeah, yeah. It's like yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm telling you. Oh yeah, so yeah, with races, like they, of course they're gonna like try to like defend old girl or girls because the black people who are attracted to getting the quick money and all the other kind of scheming and stuff like that are okay with killing more black people. And hello, if somebody's racist and they don't like us, then of course they're gonna be okay with you killing more of us. And they're okay with you bullying us. It's just like, oh, you guys are so stupid. It's like you're so stupid. Hook no smash. You smash your own ass. It's like why would I fucking be intimidated or hold on. It's like, why would I be fucking intimidated or bothered or even impressed by anything that you try to do to me when you guys are a fucking walking contradiction in the worst sense? Not even in the accidents of like, oopsie. No, but like, and like the most foulest, stupid as shit. Like, I'm telling you. It's like, yo, like, yo, for real. For real. Oh my goodness. I really didn't believe I really didn't want to laugh in this video. Well, most of the video. But I was just like, this is so awkward. It's so awkward. How did you ever thinking that you were gonna be boss bitch boss? Like you got your wealth and situations from being on your back and being a sellout and a coon and pandering out. Like remember the whole what is it, Dubai toilet seat? You guys are human toilet seats and stuff like that. Why would I ever be like impressed with it's like you're just so stupid? I can't believe it's just like what would you think I was gonna put what did you think this is so funny, so stupid? Like why would you even think that it was like oh my gosh. It was like yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to stop laughing. I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Anything you guys try to make fun of me, it's just like you guys you're your own fucking jokes. But ha ha he he and all the other kind of stuff, and you guys just make it really worse for yourself. So yeah, just definitely would not be surprised about like you guys retaliating from the truth. If anything, that's just going to be a double confirmation that I was that not only that I'm right, but that you're upset that I'm right, which is what you guys normally do. It's predictable, but oh yeah. So here's a video I wanted to share with you. This is the video that look at me, October 25th, 2020.
So I woke up. It is Sunday right now. Sunday,
So pretty.
October 25th, the last week of the month. I just wanted to tell you guys that I
How
am
much younger?
I am in a new place. I think we've come to the final road of. I think we've come to the final road of the wanting to be considerate and compassionate for our brethren and sisters, metaphorically speaking, because I've always had that whole Christian guilt and just that Christian belief. I mean, whether or not being a spiritual person, I just always kind of had that as my foundation. So yeah, even if we were to, I always wanted to do the whole agree to disagree and all that jazz. I'm saying this because I definitely I just reached a wall when it comes to wanting to sympathize or empathize with certain people.
So it was at the moment I was just like, yeah, that's when it started. And you guys have just made it so much more easier by realizing more and more and more. It's like once I made that declaration, I put it into motion, and it didn't happen in its complete situation until like months later. Well, actually, no, it didn't happen in complete until months later, like maybe a bit about. But I started cutting off people because that was October. I started cutting off people by that time. Like in March, definitely getting rid of a lot of people, and then yeah, then it started happening with society and then the world. Like so, how can you expect me to like wanting to have any kind of empathy and like nearly 3 years later, you guys still haven't learned your lesson. You guys still haven't learned your fucking lesson. And I'm explaining to you why it'll never be a time for me to ever find you guys intimidating, even if you guys do try to like do your best to, I don't know, either extinguish me or anything like that, or even try to intimidate me or threaten me. Because you guys, again, are fucking jokes. You, male and female, you've shown your insecurities. You've shown your, I want to say disabilities, but you've shown your ineptitude. You've shown your weaknesses. And there you go, being mad again. There's nothing in here for me to try to feel any kind of remorse. And I know that you guys are doing the most in order to try to invoke or evoke some type of like stronghold and power and position. But yeah, it's wow. Oh, I also want to put down that one of the exploitative ways that you guys have been trying to like get at me is also through, like I said, like religion, life coach and shit like that. By watching me, and yet you also wanted to claim like like, oh, you're a good Christian, but you're watching me and doing all this. That in itself made people start being less Christian and religious. Now a lot of people call themselves spiritual, and they see Christians for who they exactly are. So even though you're trying to use my energy in order to spread your message, they're not really like, yo, you are barely hanging on because of it's really exposing on how opportunistic and exploitative and how much of a coon sellout you are. And it's really fucking sucks when it's a black person that happens to watch me and wanting to be a life coach or a Christian to try to criticize me on me standing up for myself or me just saying enough. So that's why a lot of people are like more spiritual now. They can believe in God, but they are very protective about like what it is, what who they affiliate with. They'll be like, yo, I just believe in God and that's it. I just believe in God and that's it. Because now a lot of people are just coming forth about just like how capitalistic it is. You did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. And the only thing at this point that I want right now is for the truth to finally be revealed. Even if you try to hide it to the best of your ability. Whatever comes in the dark, whatever happens in the dark comes to light, apparently. And I'm always beaming. I have my personality, I have my energy, so no matter what. And people have already watched me long enough to know what's authentic and what's not. And they can see through the bullshit. And it's so fucking strong that they'll eventually smell it intuitively. Intuitively. Because now people are kind of having this moment and opportunity to see things for themselves. They're witnessing things for themselves. So I'm just playing things accordingly. I also share some more tips and insights with you guys because, you know, again, there are some people who are actually, again, there are some people who I still believe that, don't want me to be in this position. So my information is for them. My, again, I don't want to say. I think the words help and guide are dangerous because for a former like deep humanitarian people pleaser because you would feel obligated to hold their hand or help them until the very end. Now these people pretend to not know what they're doing, which a lot of people have done. You can end up not really focusing on your own things or basically those people will become very entitled and start being mean to you when you do focus on yourself and they see it. So either way, like I've been the target of that. So yeah, so I don't want to say help or a guide, but I do want to assist. I think that's a safe word to say. But like, look, this is my assistance. This is me giving you this information so you can prepare for yourself. People obviously are not going to stick with the book when it comes to things. They might mostly, but it's just like some people might try to do something that's extra out of the ordinary. So definitely be on the lookout for that kind of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go probably eat some more, and then might go out. I don't know. I know I got other things to do. But yeah, just wanted to touch base with that. See, look, I tell you, I can speak for hours, hours and hours and hours. Bye.